Coming right up, the Heat taking on the Spurs. For the Miami Heat, losing 7 out of their last 10 games has left a bad taste in their mouths. But tonight represents a new beginning, and they want a taste of victory once again. Spurs Heat is next, right after this. Glad to have you with us for this Monday afternoon presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, and joining me at the table, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Miami Heat. Saturday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Golden State Warriors. And then on Thursday, they're off to Toronto to face off with the Raptors.
And for their matchup with Cleveland, that's one that could easily go either way. A few mistakes could be the difference. I expect it to be a fun one.
Now the starting group for San Antonio. Joel Embiid is out there with Jackson. Then there's Kevin Durant. Then it's Alex Caruso. And for Miami, Anthony Edwards out there with Ja Morant. Then it's Julius Randle. And it's the Magician in at the 5. Edwards, the pass to Morant. Here's the Magician. Embiid covers. Shot clock at 6. Second chance effort. And that one's good. The Magician.
When you take a look at how the standings are shaping up, RJ, how badly do teams in the playoff mix want that home court advantage?
You want home court for as many rounds as possible. It's not a necessity, but it's definitely a plus. We'll see if the top teams are able to maintain their hold on it moving forward.
And so it's Morant who brings up the ball for the Miami Heat. Edwards. Oh, and Jackson with the block. Embiid with it. Randle's in his pocket. Durant for 3. They get it back. Jackson can't get it to go.
Oh, wow. Okay, we're going to start the game with 4 straight misses. Look, that's about as rough as it gets. It'll get going soon.
Outside Morant. Randle on the screen. 3-pointer. That shot, no good. Ooh, excellent D there from Jackson.
1 of 5 to start the game. They have to slow down and just play their brand of basketball.
Embiid, high post. 17 points in his last outing. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
When we say Embiid does it all for his team, here's yet another example.
For 3, Randle. Pure from 3-point range.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Caruso outside. Durant surveying the D. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Miami leading by 3. Grant, when it comes to Anthony Edwards, fair to say he's meeting expectations so far.
Oh, no question, B.A. The first overall pick in the 2020 draft, Edwards has been anything but a bust. Now we are seeing him trying to compete for titles.
Pass to Jackson. And in the first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Pounded by Morant. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
And you got to defend better than that. I mean, that's a good look for him.
See, this is what analytics don't take into account. Some guys thrive in the mid-range. Really depends on the shooter. It's actually kind of lazy.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. spot we check the numbers for Anthony Edwards.
And his effective field goal percentage isn't in the best place right now. Over the last 5 games, he hasn't had much shot discipline. He'll be looking to play a lot smarter today.
Randall, the pass to the Magician. Beyond the arc. And Ja Morant with the 3.
Look, when you're as explosive as Ja, then opponents are going to let you take shots from deep.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Now here's Embiid, doing some damage on the offensive end, putting up a little over 14 points a game. 3 on the clock. And there's another one for the Spurs.
So good at threading the needle. The D was ready, but Caruso kept it for the score instead.
Back to Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
Embiid, a screen on Morant. Releases. Rebound Miami. And going against San Antonio, their first meeting of the year.
Last season, this was a surprisingly difficult matchup for them. Lost every game against this team.
They set the pick. And Miami again with the bucket.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Pass to Caruso. Back to Jackson. And here's Durant. Caruso outside. This one for 3. Perfect night so far. 2 for 2.
Oh, this is big for Caruso's confidence. When he's hitting from deep, oh, he looks to score even more.
And Grant, the Heat last season retiring Udonis Haslem's number 40.
Yeah, he played his entire 2-decade career in his hometown of Miami. And for all of his contributions on the court, he meant to this organization off the floor was just as important.
Spurs trail by 6. Jackson outside. Pass to Durant. And after missing his first 3 shots, he drains it. 1 for 4.
Oh, he's gone 1 to 4 to start the game. Looking to step it up.
Heat leading by 4. Here's Morant. He's got 5. Here's the Magician. Down low. Here's Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
Wow. Julius Randle. We could feel the floor shaking on that one.
Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over. The Spurs making a switch here. And here's a rundown of the teams that have not wasted their opportunities at the line in the last month. In the 3rd spot, the Spurs.
And looking at last month, this team really got it done from the charity stripe. Whenever you foul them, they made sure to make you pay for that mistake.
Inside. Here's Embiid. Deflected. The kick to Durant. Launches it. Yes, and it's Embiid picking up the assist. Durant's got 5 points.
This is almost hard to watch because this should be a tough shot, but Durant makes the game look so smooth.
Now Morant playing Washington. He was nearly unstoppable. Pass to Durant. Back come the Spurs in transition.
Playing with passion. Butler is never scared of a challenge. A wing battles inside.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
Another thing they're doing well early on is passing the ball, spreading it around the floor and feeding guys who are well set up to score.
And he drops the first. Now well into his 30s. Is it fair to start wondering how many seasons Jimmy Butler has left, Grant?
Well, it's a fair question, B.A. But at the same time, Jimmy's hunger is just so different than everybody else's, which I could see helping prolong his career.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
On target from range. And the Heat lead by 4.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
San Antonio's gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Jimmy Butler's such an all-around player. He said, I don't need to be a 40-point scorer. My role is to impact winning. I just control what I can control in the end, play the right way, stay aggressive, and do whatever it takes to get my team the win. And Brian, he is good at his job.
Well, playoff Jimmy is a real thing, whether he'll admit it or not. And for an up-and-coming San Antonio Spurs team, Grant, what's the key for them in your mind?
I'd have to say, B.A., that it's patience. You know, young guys need time to develop their game and learn from experience. You can't expect people to become stars overnight.
And he knocks down the first one. Well, Grant, the Miami Heat are as professionally run as any franchise in this league.
Yeah, and certain numbers point to that. They minimize turnovers, they don't commit cheap fouls, and they hit their free throws. So, in other words, they don't give anything away.
You know, Ja Morant's such a dynamic guard. His combination of speed and creativity, that makes for some tough matchups.
Here's Embiid. The Magician grabs the miss. The Magician's got 4 rebounds now. The kick to Durant. Knocks down the long J.
And they've got the D reeling. A full three-point attack right off the tip.
Durant, the pass to Embiid. That's good. And so Durant with the assist.
This is why they feed Embiid. His teammates trust his ability to get the job done.
Six on the shot clock. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. And he's going for the oop here. And out of bounds, the Heat will take it.
What is going on right now?
It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
What a play. I mean, that'll have the offense thinking twice about taking shots in his presence.
.30 seconds left to play in the first. Morant with it. 7 points in the game. And it's off from three-point range. Up top, Embiid. Let's go with a 3. Buries it from 3. Give him 8.
The ball control Butler possesses is valuable. I mean, his decision-making in pick and rolls is quite impressive.
Here's Morant. And it's in! Oh! Nails the buzzer beater! Are you kidding?
Great job ending the quarter on a high note.
That's the play that pumps up the whole team, and they'll try to carry that energy into the next period.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Miami out in front. They lead by 5. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Let's quickly break down what we've seen from the Heat.
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
They're playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
And it's Morant with the ball for Miami, leading by 5. And following this one, they hit the road to challenge the Warriors at Chase Center in San Francisco. That'll be the first leg of just a 2-game trip for them. So on the floor for the Spurs.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
Yep, count it. Morant's got 11.
What a confident shot by Morant. Gets the hot pass and puts it right up.
Spurs trail by 7. And here's Embiid. Caruso outside. Pass to Durant. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by Ja Morant.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
There's a screen. Puts up a 3. Rebound by San Antonio. Embiid's got rebound number 5 here tonight. On the wing, Durant. From 17. And he can't bank that one in.
Yeah, just hasn't been able to find his rhythm offensively. And that's having a ripple effect.
Throws it up high.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass. Spurs trail by 9. Caruso outside. Back to Durant. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. And this will be his second trip to the free throw line. Edwards, he's checked in for Miami. Well, RJ, you got traded a couple of times for good reason. What's it like off the floor?
I don't need your quips, BA, but it is crazy. You get a phone call and bam, you can move across the country. And while it's hard on you, you understand it comes with playing in this league and having this job.
And at this point of his career, Butler wants to win. And boy, does he ramp up his performance in the playoffs, especially in recent years.
4-3. Hey, now 5 for 8, shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Caruso outside. Embiid inside. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. Embiid's got 6. Miami leading by 7. Outside Durant. Back to Edwards. Pass to the Magician. Now here's Edwards. In his last outing, 10 points for him. 5 to shoot. To the middle. Rebounded by the Spurs. A tough loss coming against Boston in their last game.
And their body language was unimpressive. They looked defeated much of the night, and because of it, they took the L.
Yeah, I just didn't see any fire from them to want to get it back. That's just one of those games you throw away in the trash and try and forget about it.
To the paint. The rebound by Embiid. Embiid's got 6 rebounds in the game. Caruso outside. Embiid a screen on Edwards. And here's Caruso outside. Knocks it down from distance. Give him 8.
When he has that much space, he's a pretty good bet to nail the 3.
Miami leading by 4. And you watch Alex Caruso on defense, RJ. he forces his fair share of turnovers.
Yeah, he's got great instinct, quick hands. You can't be loose with the ball around Caruso, one of the best one-on-one defenders in the game. He got a 3 to fall in the first, and now his second in this quarter. Not a trend the defense wants to see.
Now here's Embiid, tightly guarded, out to the wing. Screen by Embiid. From the high post. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot. Here's Edwards, still without a bucket. To the inside, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Spurs trail by 7. They set a pick. There's the 3. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Here's the magician. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. San Antonio has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. Lets it go. And it falls all over the rim and in. And now it's just a 2-point Heat lead.
Looks like he's getting warmed up. Much better efficiency here in the second quarter.
And so Durant will bring it up for Miami. Outside Edwards. Durant surveying the D. Down low. And a two-handed jam.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Spurs trail by 4. Pass to Embiid. Now Caruso. Takes a 3. The magician grabs the miss. The magician's got 5 rebounds tonight. The layup off target. San Antonio's gone 6 for 12 from deep so far in this game. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And now let's take a look at the shooting guards who have been rebounding like forwards this season. 5th, Anthony Edwards.
And it's not easy to be a great rebounder as a 2-guard. You've got so many duties to take care of on the floor, and these fellas, they do their jobs and then some.
And the energy they show on the glass is outstanding. They work so hard in that paint.
And he makes the first. And the Heat making a change here. Randall is checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
It's always nice to see a big fella be able to knock down some free throws and make teams pay from the line.
Randall, a screen on Powell. Elbow shot on the way, and he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron. He's got 19.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over.
Get ready to get right through time. It's your Heat Breaker Dance Crew.
paint. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. Powell's got his first points of the game.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
Puts one up from 19. It's hauled in by the Heat.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
All sorts of time, and the jumper is good. And the Heat lead by 4.
This man is on fire. His team is winning, and it doesn't get better than that.
Tries it from the top of the key. He gets it in there. 9 points in the game.
Getting comfortable in the second quarter. His efficiency is finally on the rise.
Randall, a screen on Powell. From downtown, it doesn't go for him.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Can't get it to fall.
They timed up the layup perfectly. The D saw it develop and got there to bother the shot.
And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. Miami shooting their third free throw shot of the game. Trae Young, he's checked in for Edwards. And San Antonio also making a switch. Durant's checked in. Spurs trail by 5. We've got 1:13 left in the first half. Nails it from 3.
After failing to knock down anything from deep in the first quarter, he's got 2 to go here in the second.
Young with a screen on Powell. Lets it go from deep. And he gets it to go again. He's connected on 10 of 15 now.
He's been locked all the way in from the floor, and he's the #1 reason why they're winning right now.
The ball's knocked loose. Randall with a steal. Inside, here's the Magician. And Klingon pulls it down. San Antonio's got 3 of 5 to fall from beyond the three-point line in the second. Here he goes. Count that bucket.
Breakdown for the defenders, and you can't ask for an easier bucket than that.
Heat leading by 3. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Randall. And he goes big with the dunk right over Kevin Durant.
Oh, Randall put some extra on that slam, entertaining the fans and the broadcasters.
He drops it from range. 17 points in the game.
He can run hot or he can run cold, but no doubt about which way he's running tonight. There is steam coming off that backboard.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. It's the Heat leading by just 2. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fans.
And we welcome you to halftime. First order of business, time to take stock of the All-Star voting. Since we got a little time on our hands here, you guys got any big plans for tonight?
Not me. I'm just going to take it easy. I'm pretty worn out.
Yeah, you've been burning those midnight oils, man. You been hitting the clubs or something?
Nah, just putting up with you guys. It's exhausting.
Now let's take a look at this San Antonio Spurs game, which has been very competitive.
They're letting that team fire away from deep, and it's not doing them any favors. Something got to change, Jet.
Yeah, hard to win when you're giving guys all day.
That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. The Heat with the lead. Ja Morant is out there with Anthony Edwards. Then it's Julius Randle, and it's the Magician in at the 5, down low. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Jackson, the pass to Caruso. Clock at 4. Pulls up. And it's Miami with a rebound. Morant's got his 4th rebound in this one. The baseline J is on the way. Here's the Magician. Soft touch off the glass. And now it's a 7-point Heat lead.
Those are some hustle points, really bonus points when you put in a miss.
Embiid a screen on Morant. Whoa! Unreal! That's what they came for.
Wow.
Playing from behind, it's amazing he chose a dunk with that high a difficulty rating.
Yeah, no question. That was a stellar move with plenty of swagger. And it's Morant with the ball for Miami. Pass to Randle. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
The first free throw is good.
Certain guys can remake their games to fit the times. Randall's worked on his right hand and his jump shooting. He's a much more versatile threat now at the offensive end.
That one misses. Spurs trail by 6. And the foul on Alex Caruso. That's his first foul.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
The Heat have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this 3rd quarter. Outside Edwards. From the arc. The shot misses.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Here's Caruso. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. Caruso's got 10.
And that's a tough shot, but Caruso makes it look rather easy.
Miami leading by 4. Pass to the Magician. Into the 3rd. 2 minutes in now. 6 to shoot to the middle. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Spurs trail by 6. Timeout called, the Spurs.
There's just a lot of wide open lanes to the rim here. That'll drive your coach nuts.
Yeah, we can see over here, the coach, he has some choice words for his team. Words we cannot repeat.
And we got some point guards here who have been on fire over the past month. The 4th spot held by Ja Morant.
It's really simple. As a point guard, it's your job to create good shots for others. These guys also are great at creating shots for themselves.
Yeah, and when you can shoot it like he can, why not? Just the threat of their shooting makes them more effective at this point.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Jack's up at 3. Caruso grabs the board. Spurs trail by 6. Jackson outside. Lets it go from the wing. San Antonio again can't hit.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
And there's the lob. Oh, my. in the hammer.
Oh, he's got some hops. Morant, this man loves to attack the rim whenever he gets the chance. And when I mean any chance, I mean any chance.
And for the Spurs, they're shooting 56% today. Pass to Embiid. Now here's Caruso. And here's Jackson. 5 on the clock. Spurs need to get one up here. Baseline try. And there's Caruso. That one's good on the assist from Jackson.
Caruso's ability to pull up from mid-range makes defenders choose how they want to guard him.
Randall, left side. From outside, off the mark.
That's exactly how you have to defend him on the perimeter. Can't allow any space.
Jackson can't get it to go. Miami leading by 6. Pass to Morant. Oh, Durant with a steal. Embiid with it. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by the Heat. The Magicians got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Inside. The kick out to Edwards. Offline with a 3. Spurs trail by 6. Pass to Caruso. Outside Durant. Looking to get it going. Rebound Miami.
Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
Outside Morant. Clock at 6. Lets a floater go. That one's off. His 3rd miss out of 8 tries. The Spurs have gone cold here in this 3rd quarter. Just 3 of 9. Outside Durant. Wing shot on the way. Score it. 13 shots, 9 makes. Solid.
The scoring is coming easy for him. Got to keep the ball in his hands.
Outside Edwards. Out to the right wing. Randall outside to win the cold spell. Sinks the tray. Randall's gotten 4 this quarter.
Yeah, a shot that Randall has added to his repertoire. Shooting the 3 with confidence now.
And the Spurs call time here. Both teams will make substitutions. Pass to Klingon. The 3 is up. He buries it from 3.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he could almost be automatic.
Outside Edwards. Outside Young. He shoots. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls.
Ice tray. Looking cool as ever, just draining it.
The 3. Rebounded by Johnson.
Registering 3 threes in the first half. He hasn't hit one since.
They get it back. Shot's good by Sarr. Sarr's got his first 2 points.
He knows his job on the glass, and he does it well, cleaning it up and sending it right back.
And there's the screen. That 3's off the mark.
His consistency just hasn't been there this quarter in terms of his shooting.
Here's Randall. Tipped. And he gets it back. And Young the bucket on the assist by Randall. And it's a 10-point Heat lead. San Antonio's gone just 1 of 5 from 3-point range here in the 3rd quarter. Oh, powered down with both hands.
Oh, I love this guy. Even when they're trailing, he works hard to put on a show.
Hey, that might be just what they need right now. Miami's gone 2 of 6 from downtown here in the second half. 1:25 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. And here's Edwards outside. Hits the trifecta. Edwards got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Well, Grant, aside from making the East Finals in 2021, how would you assess Trae Young's teams?
Well, they're always solid offensive teams. But Trae is the type of player that you need to surround with defensive-minded guys. And he hasn't really had that.
Young way outside. And Clingan pulls it down. Spurs trail by 11. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
If they're going to want to close the gap, they're going to need to start running more sets through him. Let your stars lead the way. Come on.
Norman Powell, he's checked in for Kevin Durant. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Miami. They've led by as many as 11. Three-pointer. Wow! Young from deep three-point territory.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Strong performance from him. But he may need to do even more if they're going to win this game.
And we've got 28 seconds left in the third quarter here. Right side Edwards. Here's Young. He has 7. Shot clock at 5. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
And Trae Young's attitude on the floor is so striking. He's got this unbreakable edge to him. He's super competitive and is ready to scrap with you.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw's good. Young. And both free throws good for Young. 9 seconds left in the third. Powell outside. From 20 feet. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so it's Miami. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. Hey, 3 points is better than 2. They built this lead by tacking on that extra point at the end of possessions. We'll be back in a moment. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. All right, on the floor for San Antonio starting the fourth quarter. Fires the 3, connects from downtown.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
And here's Edwards outside. Rebound by San Antonio.
It hasn't been his best game, but his team is still doing just enough to be up.
Powell outside. There's the triple. The shot that time not on target.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Young, the pass to Sarr. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
Here's Caruso. Pass to Embiid. Back to Caruso. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. And that one good.
Why fade away there? Just making the shot more difficult, if you have to ask me.
Now Young. And he lobs it up top. It's blocked. Up top, Powell. Guarded by Edwards. Hammers the lob through.
The pass, the catch, the slam. What a clean play.
Man, absolutely jaw-dropping. Heat leading by 6. Outside Young. From behind the arc. Oh, the lethal 3-ball of Young.
The Trae Young can change the course of a game with his outside shooting.
Spurs trail by 9. Caruso with it. Fires the 3. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now. So it's Miami now. They've led by as many as 11. That's tipped. And here we go. The Heat fast break. And throws it down on the coast-to-coast drive.
He was way ahead of the pack. No one around to contest. He can do anything he wants in that situation.
And those might be the easiest points of the month for him.
Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. From deep. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
And that bucket from beyond the arc puts them within reach. He's really been putting that shot to work.
And I bet he's thinking that he could close the gap completely if he can keep those threes coming.
To the paint. And so the ball out of bounds. Embiid touched it last. And San Antonio making a change here. Jackson is checked in. They set the screen. 6 on the shot clock. Randall, good.
And yeah, Randall is absolutely a threat from in between. Something the D has to recognize and adjust accordingly.
Back to Powell. Jackson, pass to Embiid. Embiid drawing the double team. And here's Caruso outside. Yes, and it's Embiid picking up the assist. Embiid's got 4 assists in the game.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Miami leading by 4. We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. The 3. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got 4 rebounds now.
His offensive output just isn't there tonight, but his teammates have found a way to pick up a slack.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown from Miami.
They're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
And they've also been in the zone with the mid-range jumper. The defense has given them space, and they haven't hesitated to rise and fire.
First free throw is good. Both teams deciding to change it up. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the board.
Aggressive take from Morant. Tipped. And here's Embiid. Into the lane. And Embiid throws it down.
Just come on. Like, how do you stop Embiid? Just using that bounce right there. Just unreal.
And here are the Heat now. It's a one-point game. The Magician. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
San Antonio's gone 4 of 5 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. Now here's Durant. Caruso outside. Screen by Embiid. Shot clock at 6. And Caruso, good for 3. Caruso's got 6 points in the quarter.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
For 3. Shot from the wing. And he gets it to go off the front iron. And the Heat lead by 2.
Yeah, that's good defense. But Randall goes up with confidence and shows great concentration.
The Spurs have gone 8 of 9 here in the fourth quarter. Durant finds Embiid. Now here's Durant. He's guarded closely. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Shooting for San Antonio, Kevin Durant. 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
Offensively, Durant might be the most unguardable player in NBA history. He can shoot, dribble, pass, drive, you name it. Everything he does it at a high level on top of being 7 feet tall.
Both good from the line that time. And so Moran will bring it up for Miami. They've led by as many as 11. And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Eric Spoelstra's huddle. They said in the huddle, this is it. No excuses. Let's figure out a way to win. A couple of players spoke as well, firing up their teammates. A great ending could be in store, guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Here's Durant, right wing. Outside for Randall. Just 5 to shoot. There's a screen. Fires from deep. Kevin Durant with a rebound. Well, San Antonio's shooting it well at 59% to take the lead. And the nice bucket inside from Jackson. And the Spurs lead by 2.
Yeah, these teams are playing with incredible energy.
Yeah, the second half in stark contrast with the first. Coach must have gotten on them a little bit at halftime.
He's carried much of the scoring load tonight. And with the win and reach, don't expect him to let up.
And the Spurs with possession here. Outside Durant. Rebound Miami. The Magicians got 11 rebounds in the game. Oh, stolen by Embiid. Oh, putting in the work. Embiid finishes inside. And taking a quick gander here at the hustle stats for the Spurs.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
Yeah, they've also done a great job of running. Attacking when they get the chance, always a great idea.
Here's Morant. From outside the arc. Sinks it from distance. 30 33 points for him.
He's done so much damage from beyond the arc, and he's still hitting those big shots.
And the defense has to know that taking away his three is the #1 priority, and he's hurt them all game long with that shot. It makes no sense.
Here's Jackson. Count the basket and the foul. Ja Morant picks one up.
Really nice pass there by Caruso. This man's got some game.
Team foul. At the line for the Spurs, Jackson.
And Miami has possession. They trail by 1. 1:56 left in the game. Outside Durant. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Neither team able to build a lead and sustain it.
After 6 lead changes, it feels like it could come down to one big play.
Pounded by Morant. And he banks in the layup. And the Spurs lead by 1.
And that's just nasty right there, guys. He has a tremendous crossover.
Fires for 3. Joel Embiid with the board. Embiid's got 8 rebounds in the game. Pass to Jackson. Here's Durant. Now Embiid. Lets the 3 fly. Drills it from deep. And now it's a 4-point Spurs lead.
ICE. Ice. He has absolute ice in his veins. This guy, he lives for these moments.
Oh, he nails it! And he's brought them within 2 points now.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Durant with it. Caruso covers.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
First team foul. Now at the line. 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he does get the second one. And that narrows the gap to 1. 41 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. And I think we'll see him milk the clock a bit.
Yeah, seems like the heady move right now.
No good on the 3.
You know what? He's got to look to get other guys involved. The 3-point stroke is off.
Out to the right wing. Up top, Morant lets it fly. Oh, he missed it! And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
And a second look at that rejection, taking no prisoners on defense there.
You know, you can't ask for any better defense than that. He responded so fast to the shooter, and it stifled him.
And the Heat making a change here.
Shooting for San Antonio. Number 2.
He hits the first one, and that'll put him up 2. And so both free throws good, and it's a 3-point game.
The last make was huge. Now, realistically, the worst-case scenario for them is OT.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. From a coaching perspective, what are the keys to focus on here?
If they leave the arc open, take it. But it may be safer to get a quick 2 and then foul.
Yeah, time is the enemy at this point. So I think I'd go for the tie and avoid playing the foul game.
7 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And they need to stop the clock, so there's the foul.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
Shooting for San Antonio, Kevin Durant, 2.
That hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. And he misses the second one as well, so 0 for 2 that time. So it's a narrow victory for the Spurs, pulling out the W. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.
They really should take this win to heart. When the pressure was on, they stepped up and worked twice as hard to overcome it.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson.